A tree can either bear good fruit or bad fruit. Obviously, you're probably going to want to go choose the good fruit because it's fresh. But bad fruit is rotten, spoiled, and you just can't eat it at all. What I'm saying is, there's a parable that Jesus talks about that he is the greatest vine, that if anybody abides in him and abides in life and bears good fruit, essentially. And Jesus talks about that you will know a tree by its fruit. We all have problems in our lives. And one of my good friends told me that we tend to scratch the surface level of problems, and I couldn't agree more. We need to get down to the root issue of our problems. And there's a root cause to pretty much everything, and that root cause of bad fruit is sin, and we want to stay away from that. Sin is just evilness, it's rebelliousness against God, and it's just complete perversion and corruption. So we must be born again through repentance and faith in Jesus Christ so that we can bear good fruits, as Jesus is the greatest vine and he's the root that supports us. And there's a great Bible verse that talks about being crafted into this tree, essentially, in Romans chapter 11 verse 23 to 24. And they also, if do not continue in their unbelief, will be grafted in, for God is able to graft them in again. For if we were cut off from what is by nature a wild olive tree, that being sin, and were grafted contrary to nature into a cultivated olive tree, which is Jesus Christ, how much more these who are the natural branches be grafted into their own olive tree? After inheriting the sin of Adam, we were in the wild, horrible causes of sin, perverting us, walking in wicked ways through pridefulness, envy, lust of the flesh. But we can be born again. We can walk in the newness of life, the renewing of mind, and walk in righteousness, being free from sin and being a slave of righteousness. And that's Jesus Christ. Walk in the newness of life, walk in Jesus' ways, and allow him to be the root that supports you in your everyday life. Walk away from sin and walk into the light.